Hey everybody, it's John with DeerAddict, bringing you a 3-part hunting video series this year. Can't wait to bring it to you. You know, you watch those trail cameras all summer and you get all fired up. Can't wait to get out there in archery season. And on the very first day, I had one of the best days of hunting I've ever had. Wasn't able to seal the deal, but I saw my target buck not once but twice and had amazing encounters with multiple legal, beautiful Pennsylvania bucks. The first video is going to follow through archery season through about November 15th. When I successfully took a beautiful Pennsylvania whitetail. The second video is going to be Pennsylvania rifle season, and you're going to see a beautiful Pennsylvania buck take a ride in my truck. And then finally, the stories write themselves. Can't wait to bring you the story of a buck we call Goliath. So stay with us. You're going to want to stay to the end. The stories write themselves. Can't wait to bring it to you. Let's get out into those Pennsylvania woods. Stage is set. So how amazing is that? Night number one. Had the chance to seal the deal, and I had him at 45 yards walking broadside, but I was so eager to try to get video of him. Do I have some regret? You never know, but it was a great encounter. I love looking at Pennsylvania bucks, and especially majestic ones like that. For this time of year. Just wanted to show, this is October 10th. Oh, look at the ground. It's crazy. They're actually laying on top of each other. It's amazing. Fall is happening. Just a beautiful evening. Pouring down rain. Had 12 deer so far, one legal tiny buck. Hey everybody, it's John, DeerAddict. I am here. It is on a Tuesday. I'm between a couple 24-hour shifts. DeerAddict style, baby. Should be sleeping, hanging out, and just laying low, but I got to get in the woods. It's October 22nd, and I've had a couple real decent encounters with the biggest buck on this property. He's a big 8. We call him Goliath. This is my last chance of pursuing him by myself. Of course, I'm sure my neighbors are going for him too. But he seems to have set up kind of a home range between here and the neighbors, so maybe I'll get lucky. Wish me luck. Leaves are almost off the trees. We're past peak. All right, we're up in the tree. We're a little exposed. I had to cut down about an 8-inch tree with a little handsaw to get the shooting lane I want. It's a beautiful day. We're past peak color, but a few of the trees are still amazing. Wish me luck. So the twin brother comes up from South Carolina. My buddy Steve's in town. Steve and I were in the woods on the morning of a Friday, and I had a beautiful buck walk right underneath me, but I'm pursuing Goliath, what we call that great big 8-point buck. So I kind of passed on that, and I sent a picture, a video of the buck, knew which person to walk by that day. That evening, my boy's final home game in football, senior year, happened. So I told Steve, you need to hunt my stand. You need to hunt this stand. This buck that you see rubbing his antlers, you got to hunt. They're all rutted up, and it seemed like a great spot to be. And so he set up there, and in the middle of the game, I got a text. So I told Steve to hold on for 3 hours while we finished up the game. The kids walked the field, got to hug my boy and tell him how much I'd loved watching him compete over the many years of football, and close that chapter. And then me and the twin brother hopped in the truck, drove out to the farm, and took up the trail.
First blood that we found.
Look at Steve. Show Steve.
Got Steve here. You fired up. Got a little rain. Got some blood.
Unfortunately, I didn't take a lot of video of this. This was in the middle of the night. It started raining, as you can see. It was about 9:30, 10 o'clock before we started trailing them. And that you see that initial blood looked okay, but he said he saw the arrow sticking out about a halfway. He's never had an arrow not pass through. It was only a 20-yard shot, quartering away. He thought he maybe hit a branch, but he didn't see the branch. And he saw it was a big buck, a wide buck. He thought it was the one that I had the morning before, which makes sense. We trailed that deer, and after that first initial blood, it was a drip every 30 feet. And we were circling, and you know, he meandered out into a field, back into the back part of the property. He was going up and down hills. I mean, we waited 3.5, 4 hours before we pursued him, and we never caught up to that deer. Finally, at about 2 a.m., and we ultimately just made the decision that this deer seemed like he made it, and took the morning off because we didn't get home till 3:30, and slept in, and then came out and hunted in the evening. Had a little bit of action, and then after that the rains came in, the skies opened up, and that was the end of that. And you can't hunt Sundays in Pennsylvania except for a select few, and Monday was bad, and that was the end of that hunt. And everybody went back home, and it left me back to run around the woods. So we'll get back out in the woods and show you what we found there. It is November 2nd, and it is finally decent weather. Early in the morning, we're just pulling up to the farm. It is Saturday, November 4th. Deer addiction rolling in. It is November 7th, and it is the time of year that you just love. And I'm being picky and really enjoying watching buck behavior in the woods, and I haven't been out here for a couple days. I hunted Saturday, had a great day. Had bucks cruising around me. Got some great video. Great to see them interacting. It is November 8th. I'm out here on November 10th. I got to get a little deeper in. I'm going to go into the hardwoods and some mix of hardwood and uncut grown up pasture and see if I can pull something out of the hat. So, you know, it gets in that grind right now, grind phase. You're hunting long days. You know it's a great time to be in the woods. We're getting where that so-called lockdown happens, where the big bucks can seemingly disappear, but when they lose their doe and they move on, they got to find another doe. They're desperate. Hopefully we'll find a daytime walker and knock them down. So follow along. I'm ready to head out to the woods. Wish me luck. Conditions just feel right. Now we take you to the morning of November 15th. Gorgeous morning, perfect weather, crunchy, sun coming up clear, calm, and wind in my favor. And I had all sorts of action from early on. I had a spike buck. I had a beautiful 9-point that had broken a point off. I'd already decided I wouldn't shoot him. That buck is beautiful. And while I was looking at the spike, he snuck in on me. And I videoed him initially with my phone and then converted it over to the camera. That's why that second video here is so much better. But he was all rutted up. I had him broadside at 20 yards. This is the same stand Steve shot at that buck earlier that we unfortunately couldn't recover. And I let him pass. I had a beautiful buck. He was out feeding underneath a distant apple tree, and I grunted at him, and he seemed interested, and I grunted again and then snort wheezed. I thought all this was on video. It was a gorgeous, beautiful day. I was following them with the camera, and at about 20 yards, I made a beautiful shot. when I turned to turn off the camera, I realized I had the camera on before and I forgot and I turned it off, and it is so frustrating. Even more frustrating, I had a GoPro on my head and I didn't even turn that on. So no video of the shot, but you'll see the recovery here. There he is. Beautiful buck. Here we go with our 2023 Pennsylvania buck. Oh, beautiful buck. Nice 8-pointer. Just had a great season this year. Saw some beautiful deer, passed on some nice ones, and this guy just was a perfect opportunity. Unfortunately, I think I double tapped on the record button, so I'm not sure I have the shot for you. But a beautiful buck, grunted him in, snort wheezed. He was okay with the grunt, but when I snort wheezed, he started skirting, going around me, and then when I grunted one more time, he came in, gave me a 20-yard shot. Interestingly, he had a cut across his nose. Can you see that? So I don't know if he was shot there or if a tine cut him there, but he's to the bone. And he was off eating apples when I first saw him. Beautiful Pennsylvania buck. Got a little bit of uniqueness here on this antler. Great buck. Thanks for following. We got some more people coming to the farm. Rifle season's right around the corner. Thankful to God, thankful for the meat. Little Massimo has been amazing. It just climbs through everything and over most things. So ended our Pennsylvania archery season, 2023 style. Beautiful 8-point buck, has a lot of character, and had found trail camera of him. He was not on my early trail cameras, but he moved in about a month before I was able to get him in front of me. So beautiful buck, very proud of that buck. Happy to take him. He was a big buck, and very happy to have him on my wall. Hope you enjoyed this first part of the 3-part series. It only gets better from here. We got rifle season coming at you soon. Hunting camp, way different than last year. Check back soon. Next few days, we'll publish that one. Come right back. Can't wait to see you. Thanks for following. Click that like button. Click notifications so you can see that next video. I appreciate every one of you. See you on the next one.